Well, hello. We are going to do something pretty awesome today, and that is I'm going to make a mask, right, for this tiara. So, I might have to bend it just a little bit more. It's a bit better. Alright, let me get the music going and some comments up real quick. My brother's going to be with me today, so I'm probably going to be mute most of the time. Oh, I'll have to check that out. I guess I could check it out now. Oh, I'll have to check that out later. Audio test, 1 2 1 2. Lou, how's it going? Mr. Salty Rant, how's it going? Did you see the tiara? So it's like... And then we'll make a mask to go with it. Alright, we'll take off the tiara. Crown thing. There. Alright. Let's grab the ruler here. Centimeters. I thought so. All right, 10 centimeters. Okay. Going all out. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm going to get some aluminum in here soon, but I think I'm going to add some corners here, so let's see if we can get that taken care of. Man, I'm just not able to see enough of my thing here, so let's move the camera back. Figure it out. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so what I need is... Let's get a couple more in here. Yeah. So we'll do a couple here, where they're triangles and connected to the wires here. Well, hang on. That might be better. Yeah. No, that's not it. Nacho's live stream, hello, or life stream. Nacho, what's up? Alright, so just gotta get some more wire real quick. I'm gonna go mute while I'm doing it. Oh yeah, I mean, there's always some strife going on in that community. Alrighty, Lou. I look forward to it. Differing information. For sure, yeah. Sometimes we're all wrong. Yeah, I don't keep up with it either anymore, Nacho. Yeah, I mean, they throw around the word liar so much. I mean, it's like liar means that there was an intention to misinform. I think that very few people intentionally lie, though I think that the audit community has a high propriety of people that do lie. Yeah, that's really one of the reasons why I left that whole thing behind. I try not to watch the videos because they make me so freaking upset. It's like, come on. Really? Dinty, how's it going? Oh, I'm always having a great day. Well, it's not even the recording that's getting them thrown in jail, Nacho. It's their absolutely terrible behavior and their, I mean, what do you call that? I don't know. I think some of their behavior is disgusting. Like, to the point of we shouldn't even treat them like people. We should treat them like wild animals. You know, with one of those noose things, like those dog catcher nooses. Like, I would not mind seeing a Big Nick taken down by a dog catching noose. That would make me feel so good. Seeing someone as terrible as that get what he deserves. Which is one of the reasons why I'm not a cop. Or there's a good reason I'm not a cop. Auditing has gotten new laws put into place. Remember Padilla? Padilla set a precedent for all of Texas in regards to how to handle an auditor. He set the precedent that if they utter even one word that they're part of the audit community, then they should be put down immediately. And we can thank Padilla for that. And, you know, the whole Leon Valley debacle was because Padilla was an absolute shithead. I mean, anybody who saw that video of him getting arrested that day by Chief Salvaggio, anybody who doesn't see that he was, like, ridiculously in the wrong, yeah, I hope they don't vote. Too much drama, getting old. I know, totally. Oh.
Any ideas?
Beginning of the end of my supporting Padilla, and yeah, I mean, he should have been called out by the entire community. Trouble is, there's no unity. The entire community is a whole bunch of incomplete puzzle pieces trying to fit. The place watched real Jerry Springer. Oh, which is why he went running to. Oh, I think I remember San Joaquin Valley Transparency. Yeah, I mean, he's a dirtbag too. But I might give him some slack because where he is, the police are absolutely terrible. You almost need to be a thug to deal with them because the police seem to be thugs. I'm fortunate enough to be in Dallas, where the police are actually very decent and only seem to be ruthless towards people who deserve it. And in a lot of cases, not ruthless. Hell, even that riot, they only shot, what, 5 pepper pellets at the crowd who were being extremely dangerous, and albeit, well, let's not be racist now. Yeah, Texas and California do tend to go at each other, don't they? Especially with that Hemming incident or issue or whatever. Set up Padilla's channel. Yeah. Yeah, and you know, and he got himself arrested that day. That's for sure. You know, and then Leon Valley happened. Leon Valley protest where they were burning the Blue Line flag. That to me, right? That to me, if there's no rules, right? There's no civility, no rules whatsoever. What are we supposed to do? What are the police supposed to do, right? Now the police are supposed to do nothing, right? I understand that. But I think it comes to a time where it's like, you know what? If you get punched in the face because you burned some arbitrary symbol of unification, where they have a huge support group, like police supporters, right? You're gonna get backlash. And you're not gonna look very good. In fact, if I were to say anything about the audit community, it is they're so dumb that they don't even know how dumb they are. They don't even know how... And I'm talking about myself too. I always want to remind everyone that I'm talking about anyone who's been involved, ever been involved, still involved, you know, like, you can't get into that sort of thing smart. You can only come away from it smarter than you were before, you know, hopefully. Because it takes a certain amount of ignorance to think that there isn't police accountability, that there is a need for civilians to step in to hold police accountable. And like, then you look at the support group for police, right? Literally every news organization, you know, legitimate news organization that has, you know, at least a broadcasting station, that kind of thing. At any rate, what I'm trying to say is nobody cares about cop haters, and that's what they see them as. They see anybody who goes against the system as cop haters, and you're not going to be taken seriously if you ever stay in that sort of thing. Certainly, you're never going to become any kind of position of power if you associate it ever with this sort of group. At least I hope not. Jeez Louise. Could you imagine an ex-Antifa person becoming president? That would be a nightmare. The violent can feel fit. Yeah, I mean that I wouldn't say to that degree, Genty, but I will say that certainly Texas is not going to be putting up with any nonsense anymore. and I hope they don't. I hope they really hit people like Patrick hard, right? Or even James Freeman. Even James Freeman is turning into a tyrant, where he has done a lot of very negative things, and even his kids have been exposed to that sort of thing. Or I saw a video where James Freeman was talking about killing someone or having them kill themselves or something like that, and it was supposed to be his like birthday party or something. At any rate, his kid was like, "That's enough," right? And I'm just like, listen to your kids, bro. like whoa. You know, I didn't know I was going on an audit with a monster. You know, so it's the kind of thing you really have to think about when you join that sort of thing. I'm always down to talk about the audit community and my experiences in it, guys. I really want everyone to really think about the sort of ramifications that are involved with going on audits. It's just a really dumb thing to do, and I hope you find some other hobby to occupy your time. Oh, well, thank you, Southern Belle. I hope that's how you say that. Like wire wrapping? Yeah, for real. You know, art certainly did transform the way I felt. You know, that kind of thing certainly makes it a lot better. Makes for a lot better content, if you know what I mean. I don't know how anybody could see dollar signs in the audit community. Has there been a well, I guess so. Didn't what was his name? Didn't Tom Zebra win a bunch of money? But for what? I mean, and then, you know, what did he do with it? Because that's important too, right? Because he's in a movement, and you know socialism and all. What? 7K a month for ad revenue? No way. Doing what? I guess that has to do with subscribers, huh? Jeez Louise.
Watched.
Huh?
Hours watched.
And hours watched? Well. with new YouTube rules. Oh yeah, you know, I'm actually surprised that the adpocalypse hasn't affected. Well, actually, I don't even know if the adpocalypse has affected the audit community at all. People seemed more concerned about bailing shitholes out of jail than they were about building a monument for fallen citizens killed by cops. You know, it's about priorities, right? So you'd rather flip off a police officer than honor a dead innocent person. We're talking about innocent people here, not people who pulled guns and got shot because they're stupid. One innocent person in particular I'm thinking of is that guy in Dallas who was just minding his own business in his apartment when an off-duty police officer just comes into his house and shoots him. She thought it was the wrong allegedly she thought it was the wrong apartment, or thought it was her apartment, I should say. Which I guess if you're walking into something you think is your own home and some black guy is sitting in the dark in there, yeah, you'd probably at least shout. I don't know. I hope she shouted before she shot. Well, in her words, she thought, or excuse me, or somebody's words, the official statement was that the lights were off, and he was sitting in the dark. And then when she turned on the lights, you know, she was like, "Oh shit, this isn't my place," you know. Her phone call was fairly frantic, and you know, that kind of thing. She's like, "What floor am I on?" You know, that kind of thing. And in all honesty, that is a viable, at least somewhat believable story, because, you know, those blueprints are, you know, copy and pasted for, you know, obvious reasons. Right, yeah, exactly. Has to do with views. Good lord, $25,000. There's no justice in the world. There really isn't. It's like, I never thought that there would be a way to make a living off of being absolutely shitty to people. Right? It just blows my mind. And like, you know what I'm gonna do? I woke up this morning and I thought, what if I could what do you call that? Make a profit from my absolute shitty ass behavior. Shit. That's like wondering, how can I cheat the system today, right? Like, holy crap. Like, I wonder how many suckers can buy into my nonsense. At any rate, I'm what do you call that? Roasting the audit community, if you guys don't mind. Yeah, it doesn't count the donations, right, yeah. Whew. That's ridiculous. Not in a bail situation, yeah. I know Gavin Seam comes on just to talk and people just throw money at him. They're like, here's 20 bucks, here's 50 bucks, oh, here's 150 bucks. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Gavin Seam is like the worst person. Oh my gosh, I'll bet he gets so much money, because he's got like, what was it, 200,000 or something like that subscribers. And last time I saw him on a live stream, he was talking about, what was it, immigrants were dead because they fled from the border patrol, and he was blaming border patrol for their deaths. Like, what a fucking piece of shit. Ridiculous. Oh, it's like, it has nothing to do with the fact that they're here illegally and that they sped away very, very fast and then crashed, you know, killing people. Whatever. I mean, he left. He's not even American anymore. You know, he threw in his American flag when he fled to Mexico. I wonder if he was there legally. That'd be so fucking funny if he was there illegally. Like, somebody call Border Patrol in Mexico on him. Someone. Yeah, I mean, people always say that Martin Luther King did all this stuff. We're like, oh, Martin Luther King, he freed the slaves, you know, and it's just like, no, he was just he was just this guy who had a bigger voice than anyone else, and, you know, people in Congress were the actual people who did shit. You know, all Martin Luther King did was get arrested a bunch of times and get a whole bunch of angry people together, you know, and I'm not saying that isn't effective. I'm saying that he didn't actually do anything, because the people who were like actually writing the laws and getting them passed and voted for and things like that, those are the people who are totally unsung heroes that never get the spotlight. Rosa Parks would have been there first to have you want me to sit where? Yeah, well, you want me to sit where video? Yeah, for real. Yeah, and that's not to say that they weren't oppressed. You know, people of today, they keep saying, oh, I'm oppressed. It's like, no. Jim Crow laws were actually oppressive. That's literal systematic oppression. You know, today, no. Black people are not oppressed. Minorities are not oppressed. If anything, more government means less freedom. You know, you look at these Native American tribes that have gotten money from the government for generations, and they live in absolute shitholes. Like, oh my god, like, this is a third world country right here in America, and they're Native American. Oh, you know, they're supposed to be part of the land and shit. There's garbage everywhere, you know. But you look at Native American tribes that have never taken money from the government, and they live in the life of the middle class, if not higher, you know. So it's just like, come on, guys, you're oppressing yourselves. It's like, you know, black community, why don't you maybe figure out why your young teens aren't making good grades and are killing each other at high rates, you know, before you start calling oppression, you know. Or gay community even, you know. It's like, good lord, gay community, when will you stop? You won't stop until straight people are banned from everywhere, you know. It's just ridiculous the way LGBT, I should say. It's ridiculous the way the LGBT community is getting these last couple generations. We've raised a generation of children, we held their hands throughout their entire freaking childhood, and then they expect their hand to be held throughout adulthood. It's outrageous. Malcolm X rode around in brand new cars. Still have bills? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, for sure. I mean, when it comes down to priorities, though, right? Like when I was doing my auditing stuff, I didn't even think, or I did think about the consequences of getting arrested. I would have lost my job. I would have lost everything. But I still did it, which is a really dumb thing. Hell, if I had gone to Leon Valley, I would have been arrested there. And, you know, being a tiny channel, I wouldn't have gotten bail. I'd have been left there to rot 7 hours away from home. Well, I don't know about that, but the likelihood of that happening is pretty high. Or was, I should say. Now it's almost, you know, a guarantee that I would be left behind. Ah, I didn't even think about that. Can't have it up in the middle there. Well, plan B. They prepare the jails with heat. Yeah. If you're lucky. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, you know, and it's about whether you're willing to, you know, sell yourself or not, too, I guess. Like, I really need to think about getting better software and that kind of thing. Well, gauge wire. I'm actually not sure. I don't know any of the gauges of wire I'm using. I know it's thick as shit, or thick as fuck. I mean, it's fairly thick there. I need more wire. What you laughing at, Willis? None. Alright, so this is what we got so far. Thinking that's looking pretty darn sweet. So let's put that up here. Take a stretch break. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I can see why screaming fuck pigs can really get that lowest common denominator on your side. You know, and I just feel so ashamed that I was so very much like that, saying how there's no such thing as a good cop and, you know, dumb shit like that. just stupid. I want to be clear that I'm not that I'm not afraid to call it as like it is there. There's a difference between wanting accountability for police officers and just wanting to be really, really nasty to people. And much in the same reason I left the atheist community, I just didn't like the people that I was hanging out with when I was there. They just turned out to be worse people than the people we were dealing with, which were, the Christians and, Muslims and stuff like that or whatever. They did, well, I wouldn't say worse, but definitely no better, Talk about people on the internet, guys. Obviously, the person who keeps to themselves and never makes a wave, never goes on the internet and makes a fuss. Obviously, I'm not talking about those people. That should be enough. Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. I mean, I don't know what got you to change your mind, but, I was doing the anti-auditor thing for a little while after I got sick and in the hospital and stuff like that. But it was mostly because it was just really nothing else I could do. In terms of auditing. I felt it, certainly after what happened with Monkey, I was like, you know what? I feel like I need to say something because everyone's making this seem like Monkey's the victim here. And it's like, no, he's not. Monkey is not the victim here. Like, mobs don't just spontaneously come out of nowhere and start beating people up for no reason. They don't do that because they just feel like it one day, like... Monkey certainly got that shit because he fucking asked for it. It's like... Whew. Man, I got something in my eye. Ah, man, you fell for it, man. You fell for the cult of auditing. It's unfortunate that, auditing literally does nothing. It serves no purpose. People seem to fall for it. I did too. And think that it makes some kind of difference in the world. When really the only difference it's making is how much damage you're willing to put on your own life and income and stuff like that to achieve something something. It's not accountability. Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's really weird. So my hands are dirty, I can't touch my eyeball. I think I got it. Yeah, but there's really no sense to it, right? I mean, like, done properly is essentially just like tourism. That's auditing done properly, is tourism. Like, what is the point of post offices? There's no point. Nobody films inside a post office. That just makes no sense whatsoever, right? And there's 100 reasons why there shouldn't be filming in a post office, right? Nobody with good intentions is gonna do that. I don't care who you are, you know, like, and what is your intention to doing it anyway? I mean, obviously it upsets people. It just makes no sense. Right, I am right. Very not wrong, right? But no bullshit, please. I mean, what's the point of filming inside of a post office? Because to me, it just makes no sense. Testing your government officials. Who are you? You're nobody. Are you some trained individual that has a doctorate in some field of accountability? No, like, if there's one thing clear about the audit community, it's that they don't know what their rights are, because they're continuously and all the time getting arrested. Public officials, libraries, libraries, still makes no sense. And I've already proven that you can do all those things without getting arrested, right? I don't dare do a post office, because that's just stupid. That's just so fucking dumb on so many levels. Caesar, how's it going? I gotta stay on task here. But that's really what it comes down to. I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of auditors that think that they're above the law, right? You know, where it's just, I can just do whatever I want. You know, screw you, fuck you, pig. You know, screw you. And it's just like, I don't know. I guess you can, but don't expect nobody to do anything. Hell, what if some other civilian steps in and says, like, hey, quit being a piece of shit? You know, you're not auditing them. They're not screwing anyone's freedom of speech. I beg to differ. You're telling me the audit community respects freedom of speech? No way. Why have I had my rights violated on numerous occasions by many auditing communities, namely POT, right? POS, POT, where he filed that bogus copyright claim against my channel. You're telling me that's not stifling someone's freedom of speech? Don't fucking come to my platform when you're not freaking prepared for this kind of battle here, because I tell you one thing, the audit community could give two shits about rights, you know. No. Government officials have a ranking system, right? You are not their superior. You're not. You have nothing to do with their training, other than how to deal with public interaction, that kind of thing. And if this was about accountability, right? Why is it that we never see any channels that do any kind of praising to police, right? Have we ever seen a this week's number one cop respecting people's rights episode? Not even a 10-minute segment on the good cops that we've come across. You would see that sort of thing if this was about accountability and not about hating cops, because it's not about accountability, it's about hating cops. That's what this is really about. And come on now, don't be shy, come out and admit it. This is about hating cops. That's what it is. It's like, this is honest gas we're speaking to. You don't have to lie to me. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you're their boss. Who hates the cops? You have a very high likelihood of being a cop hater if you're part of any kind of anti-establishment. I have to lump you together, Brian King. This is important. You're a part of a group, right? Just like if you were a Christian or a Jew or a Muslim, you have to come to terms with, at some point, the fact that you're involved in a group that kills cops, right? And I'm talking about, sovereign citizens and stuff like that too, right? We're talking about cop killers, people who wish harm on police for little to no reason other than they're police. So, don't forget who you're involved with here. Don't forget who is your fellow person in your cause. Your fellow person in your cause is a cop hater. That's why I left the atheist community. There's nothing wrong with leaving, right? I left the atheist community because I thought they were all shitbags too. I was like, man, these are just nothing but a bunch of people who hate religion. That's all they do, is just hate religion and religious people. That's, it's like, that was all it was. And I was just like, this is pointless. There's no meaning to this. You hate bad cops. It's fine try telling that to the world though, Brian King. You're like, they all hate cops except this one, except Brian King. Brian King doesn't hate cops. He just hates bad cops. You have to look at it from the, I was going to say global perspective, but it would be more national perspective. You have to look at it from this perspective of people who are critiquing it, right? Like, I just watched a Degeneration Nation video. I think it was San Joaquin. I think it was, not San Joaquin. I think it was High Desert Community. Either way, it was an auditor out there doing an audit at a post office, and he got arrested and trespassed from the place. He got made fun of. So everyone who watched that video is going to tie all the auditors together with that one shitbag. And that's just something you can't avoid. That's fine. I'm sure you can name them. But the average person on the street is not going to be able to do that. They're not going to be able to know the difference between a good auditor and a bad auditor. Right? You don't wear badges. that say whether you're a good cop or a bad cop, good auditor or a bad auditor, good Jew or bad Jew, you know, that kind of thing. Like, the people don't wear badges. God, I gotta get back to work on this. I would say, you know, if the audit community wants to be taken seriously, then maybe they should go after the bad auditors then. Because I'm all for good cops. And I'm all for holding bad cops accountable. But you know what I want to see a little bit more of? I want to see more accountability for bad auditors. Like, can we see more of that, please? I know I was doing it for a little while, but they didn't seem very popular videos. Didn't seem like anybody was interested in actually, you know, pointing out the bad ones. Of course, then again, I can't use my channel for any kind of example because I haven't done anything for more than a year, and that's just, you know, that kind of thing. Same for, I've never even heard of that guy. Van Balian? Second, I guess. Alright, let's continue on this mask. What you say, I haven't lived life. No, I'm saying that I can't use my channel as an example because I've never had more than 300 subscribers. And can't use that as an excuse as to... Yeah, exactly, Southern Belle. Totally, yeah. Just say they're wrong to say kill cop. Yeah, I mean, you should say that. You should say that everywhere you go. Just be like, I just popped into this. I've just popped into this chat room. It's wrong to say to kill cops. I know, I'm just being silly. That's an unrealistic expectation. But really, I mean, why do you think there's so much drama, so much fighting? Misrepresenting that you can't stop that, right? Like, you can't stop the public misrepresenting you. That they're going to do that. The only thing you can do is clean up your own house. You know what I mean? Like, if you subscribe to a group, then you're just as responsible for culling the herd than you are any other member, right? If you think a member of your group is doing something that's bad for the group, then perhaps you should call it out. And if that means that you're going to be kicked out of the group for calling someone out, then, you know, maybe you should find a different group. You know, one that isn't so petty. That kind of thing. Really, I guess lesson learned here is don't be a part of a group. don't be part of a group. I don't think that was the lesson we should all learn from all this. Alright, I'm gonna have to fix this here. I guess I'm gonna have to go that way. Huh. Interesting. Who are you to say who is right and wrong? It is wrong. It is wrong to treat someone like absolute shit. I don't have to be some deity, some omniscient being, to understand that when you tell someone, I pay your salary, you are being one of the most disgusting things that could ever spawn on this planet. Okay? It is wrong to treat people like that. You're essentially saying, you're nothing. You are garbage. And you are beneath me. I spit on people like that. No bullshit. Those people, to me, they aren't people. Those people, to me, they deserve to be treated like rabid animals. Okay? That's the kind of world I want to live in, where rabid animals are put down. Just saying. That's why I'm not ruler of the world. This world would be a much better place for trees. Okay, let's go on to the next comment. Yeah, I mean, maybe it should change. Maybe there should be a hierarchy. Someone who calls the shots. Who knows? Maybe that's why it's failing. Title to your opinion? Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah. Anybody who thinks that it's okay to treat someone like utter human garbage, I think that should be dealt with. You know, that kind of thing. And that is my opinion. Holy crap, this is a much longer wire. Well, I don't know about much. Yeah, no sympathy for people like that. No. It's like, where's a gun? Where's a cop with a trigger finger when you need one? It's like, where's the stigma? Why aren't the cops as bad as people say? Where's my pliers? Found them. Yeah, I was surprised to see how mild your audits were, Brian King. I was really glad to say that you did it right when I did my whatever you call it, video analysis. Just cut that off the ends there. Alright, now we're really getting kind of crazy wires here. You know what I should do before I go on? Oh shit. Okay, I think that works. Whew, getting a little warm, don't you think? It's a little warm though. Yeah, mind turn on the air?
It's not warm.
It is very warm. Alright, so since we're all done doing all that conversation there, really I just have to shape the eyes. That's what I feel like I think I should accomplish today. No, I'll just go mute while I'm not talking. just like mainstream. Oh yeah, I mean you're not gonna stop the lesser half from doing their dumb things, and there's always going to be the audit community. You know, once that sort of thing gets started, you know, the disease spreads. That's sort of it gets more common. Anyway, I don't mind ragging on the audit community, guys. I hope people don't take it too personally, because I was there too. I've done it too. In fact, I actually have a couple cop watch videos where I had watched somebody get pulled over. I did those videos long before I became a YouTuber. It was awful, saying cops were a waste of life and shit like that or whatever. It's embarrassing. And maybe one day, if enough people ask for it, I might even post them. Probably not. I don't even think I could get my pullover and arrest video off that phone that I got busted. Lost a lot of shit off that phone. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And keep it on 6. Yeah, but activism is one of those things that is not good. It's not a good thing. Activism is a bad thing. It's very unhelpful, let's say. Even my dad would argue that the only way to get things done is through violence. Or not violence, excuse me, protest. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. It just takes a really long time.
Yeah, you have to get the, state the fact that you're unhappy, but that doesn't change anything. It just,
right. I mean, you don't have to burn down neighborhoods to get shit done. Or maybe you do. I don't know. You know, I don't think very highly of people who go to those rallies and protests. When I went there, I made it quite clear at the very beginning of my video. I'm like, I just want everyone to know I'm not news, right? I'm here just for the sole purpose of making fun of everyone that's here, including myself. Like, they're like, what the fuck are we doing out here? Don't we have better things to do? And I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like, I guess not. I guess I just wouldn't mind if we were all robots. That would be really helpful. Be like, you, shit, excuse me, you, shovel. You have to shovel this shit your whole life. And then the shovel says, thank you. It's like, it was getting lonely and cold over here in the corner. I
for a while.
yeah, for a while, yeah. Burning shit down. I'm not sure how much I missed there because I was muted, but let's move on to the mask here. There we go. And now I'm going to guess that this is the right spot. Alright, let's see if that made a difference there. Oh, I gotta be careful now, look at that. Oh, like, what a look at those eyelashes. Alright, let's take a look. It's looking slick. Looking slick. Yeah, yeah. Isn't that right, Southern Belle? And yeah, that's fine. I think the Southern Belle said it well enough. For sure, Yeah, no one's disputing that, Brian King. It's that you as an individual is drowned out by the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? Is that no matter how much good you think is coming out of it, the rest of the world doesn't see it that way. If I understand correctly. Yeah. Man, I'm just really liking this one, guys. And there is... So, Brian King, what was the name of that thing you were saying that the Norse were wearing? I tried looking it up, but I didn't know how to word it. Because, tiaras are up here, evidently. Like, that would be... Hey, yeah, actually, it kind of works as a tiara. It's not sticking up very high, but this one sits like a crown. Yeah, nobody can judge a person by their individual traits when they're talking about a group. Yeah. Just like with Antifa, who knows? Maybe there are Antifa people who are like, maybe we shouldn't use violence and scare tactics and masks and stuff like that. Though by that point, they can hardly be considered auditors. Which actually brings up a fairly funny point, is that if people if people are considering me not even a real auditor for some reason, then anybody who's doing it good could just simply be doing it, anybody who's doing it differently could just simply be doing it the wrong way. Which is so weird, because, I always thought of my method as the most effective. Is that if there was a cop that was being nasty to me, right, they had no reason to be, literally no reason, because I'm one of the nicest people you even see on the internet, let alone auditors. When it comes to auditing, I mean. A frig, thank you. Apparently it's called a frig. That's what they named the tiara. Yeah. Oh, frig. Yeah, I think was it something to do, I'll look it up later, but it might have something to do with marriages. I know that's what the Irish? Somebody. Scandinavia, that's what it was. Yeah, and that's just nature. Judged by the company you keep. Even judged by the way you look, which is also, a survival tactic. It's one of the reasons I wear a belt. Or should be. Is that when a scary black makeup trench coat, tiara wearing weirdo comes up to behind you in the middle of the night, you're gonna hope they're wearing a bell. And like, is this some kind of ninja fairy? It's like, I don't know whether to run or clap. Alright, so far we have something pretty cool going on here. So let's give that a try here. Alright. I'm gonna start bending it. Oh yeah, HD, the Nordic Fairy Princess. Oh jeez. Hey, that's looking pretty darn cool. Yeah, oh man. Let's see if I can bend the brow. Bend the brow. The first scorpion. Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering where that was. I'd been requested that a while back. Or somebody, excuse me, somebody requested that a while back. Oh, no wonder this is all wonky. There we go. Much better. Alright. Awesome. So I think what I'll do next... what I'll do next is the nose of the bridge of the nose. Certainly plenty of wire this direction. I guess so I wonder if I should actually make that into a clip. Wire wrapping is, it's certainly hard on your hands, that's for sure. That's what I would say, at least. I would say that making stuff from tutorial is probably easier than making something from scratch. That's for sure. Yeah, Brian King's got a pretty cool channel. He does, or will be doing like debunking videos. I think he's got one debunking video so far, and builds some pretty cool stuff for his neighbor, I believe it was. Charger. Yeah, the link is in the description. Yeah. Alright, so this mask is coming along just fine. I just wonder... Teresa R, hello! Lung butter? My goodness. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the right thing. Oh, I guess I need to... Oh, I will see more. I'm sorry to hear that, Teresa R. I'm afraid that, like, that's the sort of thing is... Oh, wow, I missed a lot of comments here. Hang on. Let me get back to this. Well, okay, one second, let me finish reading it. Alright, so, okay, I finished reading the comments. Teresa R., unfortunately, there's really nothing you can do about people saying things about you on the internet. And pointing that sort of thing out, it really only spreads their message even further. And if that's the real thing, if that's really why they dumped you, then, or I guess that might not be what you're saying. Oh, okay, that's not what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I certainly wouldn't have known until just now. That's for sure. And you and I, we have something in common. I've actually become undetectable now. Dated. Yeah. If people are lying about you on the internet, sweetheart, I don't think it's gonna help by pointing it out. You know, like I wouldn't give them the time of day. It's like death threats, right? Just oh fuck, whatever. You know, they're just blowing smoke out their ass. That's awesome. Undetectable for 10 years? That's amazing. Then I think it's fair to say you don't have AIDS anymore, sweetheart. There we go. You almost hear the gears grinding? Oh man, I tell you, sometimes I get really stumped on what I'm gonna do next. Yeah, that's the sort of thing it gets. It gets a response, you know. And that's perfectly fine if he doesn't know anything about you, Teresa R. I think if there's anything everybody should learn early on in the internet world, that is that the internet is full of people who are going to say things about you or going to misrepresent you in a really bad way. And you're gonna have to take that. It's just how that works. It's how the internet works. You know, like Odin, whatever his name is, Odin something. You know, like he surprised me with some pretty amazing fantasy claims about my character, and I didn't know what to do. All I could do was laugh. Like, I was like, this guy doesn't know anything about what he's talking about. I don't even know how to defend myself. All I can do is hope that the people in the room weren't dumb enough to buy it, you know? stream is about watching amazing art. I mean, this is also a place for discussion. I'm gonna try and concentrate more on art. I know I've been kind of rambling on about other topics too, kind of getting distracted. Ow, 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 ow. Man, I hope I have enough wire to finish this. Let's finish this part here. Let me go mute while I can. Oh, come now. That's alright. I mean, it's the same advice I give to everybody, you know. It's like, the more you engage, the more it just spirals out of control. That kind of thing, you know what I mean? It's kind of why I try to hold back in certain topics. Because if I said everything I had on my mind, I think I would be in big trouble. Well, it comes to a point here where I'm just like, well, should I accentuate the nose or cover it up? Right? Woo! wire was a little close to my eye. Because I could stop the wire there. It does, doesn't it? It looks very elegant. Like eagle wings or something. These are entirely too long. They're gonna have to be snipped off at some point. I might utilize them somehow. Wow, that's gonna be a real pain in the ass to figure out. Here it goes. What the hell? There we go. Yeah, I understand. I've been doing sharp angles, though. Doesn't really do much good to do the round if I need a corner. Look at how it's standing. Well, at least we know those wires are all the same length. You see? It's fairly sturdy.
Pikachu's got the glasses.
Whatever. It went from angelic to insectile. Alright, I think since those are going to be the same length, now is a good time to use the... round pliers.
You ever thought about taking lenses out of sunglasses and just making sunglasses?
I have thought about that, yes. What the hell? There. For some reason my phone wasn't charging. Alright, I need the hammer. And the anvil. Alright. Get some makeshift earplugs real quick. You're gonna be good because you got headphones, right? Yeah. Lady Metalsmith, leave your weapons at the door. That's funny. Oh yeah, use safety goggles? I don't know. I may not need it for this. At least it's not dire. I should get some though. Maybe. One day. Alright, I'm gonna mute while I'm hammering away. Alright, so we have found the designation for the first two ends. Oh, that's funny. Alright. Before I continue with that, let's get... Alright, yeah. There we go. I don't think that's going anywhere. And let's hope that all the wires were in the spots that they needed to be in. Oh, shit. I did not need to fucking bend it that much. And then later on we'll secure it better with some aluminum. Aluminium. Oh man, it's so smooth. It's hard to get it to go around. Alright, so this thing is taking shape. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, let's get this bit done. Don't want to get too distracted and it's all sorts of crafts. It's all arts and crafts until you get a piece of wire through your eye and into a frontal lobe. You're right there. Ay, ay, ay. This wire's not going to be long enough. It's alright, let's just do what we can and go from there. Why should I worry? Why should I worry? Man, and I haven't even started below the eyes. This is gonna be a pretty badass tiara mask. I guess just a mask. Whew, I need to get my fan going. Hang on, guys. Much better. Hopefully that's not too debilitating. Audio test 1, 2. Doesn't seem to be too bad. Miara? Yeah, Miara. Oh. Mascara? Freaking wires. My phone charger keeps going unplugged. I guess it's all the way down at the plug. Yeah. With extra bend in each side, yeah. Yeah, slow going. That's for sure. Like creative Muse. Can't really do much with that until I have aluminum on it. One thing at a time. Just gonna go mute while I'm not talking. Tiara down, tiara down. A likely story. Like, where were you on the night of Tiara drop? Oh, I appreciate it, Brian King. I can sometimes be a pretty hard critic on myself. It'll be interesting to see what I do with this one day. my obelisk. $40 obelisk. Jeez Louise. But one day, I'll make something out of this. That's terrible. Alright, let's take a look at it. And a haircut. Are we there yet? Driving Miss Daisy. Oh, bitch, still thank God, no. Jeez. Good lord. You must be quoting movies. Yeah, for real, the Brian King. Sorry, my brother's also gonna be talking, so I'm gonna go mute when I can. Alright, we're gonna do some more hammering. Freaking mosquitoes.